Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. We're here to present the Seatrade Global 101 Exhibitor Guide to Success for you. It's my first time with the show, so I'm learning along with you, but we hope to have a really great guide for you. We prepared this to make it as easy as possible. And of course, if you have questions, we invite you to ask them. After the webinar as well. This is going to be recorded, so we're happy to be here for you. So we have some great slides for you and some great just information to make sure that you have a successful experience at the show as we all come back together. So we are here with the team today. We have the customer success and the operations team here on the call in the background, and will be presenting as well with me. Angela Price will be presenting with me. So we're going to kick it off. We're going to try to just move through this as seamless as possible, and want to let you know that it's really important to download this PDF, because we have a lot of great hyperlinks and examples here for you to reference back. So just to start, me and Catherine Romero are your customer success team. We really want to make sure that you have a positive experience and eliminate any pain points. So please know that we are here for you. We try to offer as much information as possible, and I'm always here if you need to have a phone call. I've encouraged that if we haven't talked on the phone yet, or email, please reach out to me. But this is definitely used as a resource. I'm really excited. Cruiser is back this year. So he is our chatbot. We have this great little penguin. He has a lot of information. So if I'm not available, we're not available, he's always available. He'll be kicking off in March. So obviously in a little bit, but March 28th. We have our exhibitor tools and resources page that has really a wealth of knowledge. We have a link to the sponsor kit, the floor plan. I believe there we have also, sorry, I'm not able to see everything. We have just a wealth of knowledge to be able to connect to the Freeman link as well. So please make sure to use that as a reference. Also, you should have all received your ERC link. Otherwise, please let me know if you haven't received the ERC link, and we will send it to you. So this is just like an agenda. We're going over these points today, along with Angela Price in operations, company profile, badge registration, deadlines, the manual, marketing tools, and some new things to the show. So let's start here. So as of February 11th, the mask mandate has been lifted in Miami Beach. This is really important news. We want to make sure that you have all the most up-to-date information. Again, we are really paying close attention to this and working with CLIA and our independent partners, advisors, to make sure that we have the most up-to-date information and we give it to you. So as information becomes more available, we will be sending it your way. However, this is the current status. This might change, so please know that we will definitely be letting you know. I've also put a link here to several links with regards to safety. But this year, we're definitely highlighting increased air circulation, contactless facilities, registration, and cleaning. So like really constant cleaning to high surface areas. This is all the most up-to-date information in these links. So the Exhibitor Resource Center and deadlines. These are definitely two really important areas where I'd like to focus. The ERC link, this is the single sign-on link that was sent to you if you've already signed on. If you haven't signed on, you'll be receiving this within a few days after your contract has been signed, and you'll receive this link to be able to basically update your profile, badge registration, the deadlines, as you see, here's a small screenshot of it with all of your cost saving deadlines, as well as just deadlines for the show, just to keep you organized. It's a one-sheeter. I highly suggest bookmarking it, printing it out potentially. So want to make sure that you have that. We do send you reminders. However, it's just a little bit easier if there are things that you really want to focus on there. So registering your booth stuff, booking your hotel, ordering services. These are all things that will be reminded here in this deadline, as well as some other information. And we'll go over this ERC a little bit more. I'm not going to be able to spend a lot of time in here. However, I will touch on it in badge registration. So your company profile, this is where you really are able to exhibit and show all of the information about your company. Utilize this, you update your company information, you update your products and services. If you have more available to you in your package, we would definitely say to update your videos, your reception, hosted events. These are all information that basically will be available to you when you log into this area. Some PR toolkit tips. We definitely would suggest to make sure that you are downloading the media list. Make sure you're putting the most up-to-date company information. And we'll definitely touch on a few more things. A new submission, PR submission that we've just added, which is really exciting. We're really happy to deliver that to you. But basically, just to make sure that you download the PR kit, you make sure that information is up to date here, you reach out to your media contacts. Those are really important things to make sure that you're successful for the show. So badge registration, we've had quite a few questions about this and want to make sure that it's as easy as possible to for you to do this. And if, of course, if you are having trouble, we encourage you to reach out to us. So there's a few parts to this. So there's badge registration, there's visa letters. So with this, you would always need to register your registering first and then go back, upgrade that to a visa letter. This would also include upgrading to conference or VIP badges. This is just some information. We do have our deadline this Monday coming up for the early bird. So we encourage you to sign up for VIP and conference if you want to take advantage of those savings. So just excuse me one moment as I go into the ERC for you, just to show you a little bit of how this works. So this is our test account. This is what it would look like once you sign into your single sign-on. And in order to just hear badge registration, this is where you're going to get your allotment information. However, to register one of your individuals from your booth, you'd go into individual registration form or group registration if you'd like to do it all as a group. However, just for an example here, I just want to show you, just to do for one person, you would fill out this information and then you'd save it. It would bring you then to another screen and you'd follow the prompts. Please don't duplicate emails because it will not allow you to save them. If you're duplicating them, they will, you will get an error message. So unique email addresses are important. And so here are some instructions for the visa letter. Basically, it's really important that you register and then that there's going to be a upgrade option available to you, and that's where you will select visa letter. So really important to do that. Want to make sure that that's available and it's understanding to you. But of course, you can reach out to me, but want to make sure that that was something that you were able to see. Sorry, I'm just gonna. Okay. Next, are important discount deadlines. Again, I just talked about this a little bit with you. However, I want to make sure that you understand that this is just a little more focused here. Company profile, we don't have a deadline this year. We don't have really, it's just something that we really want to remind you that obviously to fill it out. There's no printed manual. We want to make sure that you do fill out the information so that we have it for you and that attendees are able to see it. We want to make sure that you are able to have a maximum visibility. So the sooner you fill that out, the better. Please submit your logo if you're a sponsor. The deadline for this is March 4th. We encourage you to do this. Again, it's just the more information we have on the website for you, the better. Budgeting for your booth. This is really helpful if you haven't signed on yet, or if you've signed on, but really just to budget, to understand the costs that go along with signing on to the show, or just to prepare a little bit more. This is going to be available to you in the handouts that you can download. And the exhibitor service manual. So we encourage you to go into the exhibitor service manual. This is a really, really important tool. It is very big. It's about 200 pages, but it has really everything about the show that you will need. It has the forms as well. If you aren't able to see it somewhere else, it has all of the rules. So we really encourage you to take a look and browse through it. The AV vendor has been uploaded. So you're able to do that for any AV needs. Please do this by April 1st in order to make sure fulfillment is available. Inline booth packages. This is a wonderful thing that is provided to you, basically complimentary for inline booths. Please do this by March 25th, so we make sure that it is available to you and is also complimentary. I want to make sure that, okay, marketing tools. So marketing tools, this year we have launched with Feather. This is a customer invitation program. It's a wonderful tool that is available to you to offer complimentary invitations to your buyers, to your network. This is unlimited, so you're able to do this as many people as that you'd like. And you're able to also, there are other, there's landing page information. I believe you're invite your network to not only one person, but a group. And there is a video walkthrough. If you haven't received this, please email this email address in order to receive your link. An email was sent out from Feather, our partner, in mid-February. However, we are also able to help you. However, this is the email. Again, I mentioned this before, make sure to download the media list within the marketing tools area. We are updating this regularly. We encourage you to reach out to them. Make sure that you're able to really pinpoint what you would like to talk to them about to be able to get that media attention. We will be launching the tips, PR tips on the website within the next week, so look out for that. And this is new to us, the press submission button in the marketing tools area. Basically, you're able to tell us what you're doing at the show, what you want us to know, some new products, some new services. What if you're hosting a reception, please let us know, and we then would we'll be reviewing the information and putting it into our social media channels. It's not guaranteed, however, we definitely encourage it. We'll definitely put it where we can. So it's a really nice added tool this year. So in summary, okay, so I have a lot of information that I just really went through, and of course at the end of this we'll have another poll, but right now actually we're going to have a quick poll. But before we get to that, I want to just go over a few more things. So within the pavilions, if you are a pavilion, we encourage you to submit your co-exhibitors to us. I did send an email last week. However, if you are sharing your booth and would like to participate with that, just within that, please send your co-exhibitors. And of course, submit your booth builds. This is really important. We're past the deadline for this, but we definitely want to make sure that we don't have any trouble right before the show. Please send your renderings over to us. That would be our operations team. But of course, if you only have my email, please send it to me and I'll send it to them. New exhibitors, we are kicking off matchmaking. This is very new. I don't have a lot of information on this, but we're really excited about it. It's a white glove service that we will be matching you with a network or the show that would benefit you. So this is going to be launching March 21st. And of course, please familiarize yourself with the ERC. And if it helps, please, let's just get on a call and we can walk through it together, but take about 10 minutes to go through the ERC. There's a lot of great information here. We really want to make sure that you understand it and you get the most benefit out of it. If you're a sponsor, please submit your high resolution logo by the 4th. That's coming up soon, so that we can make sure that we're able to take all the steps necessary to make sure that all the information is available to you. Begin reviewing your deliverables. All this information was sent out on the 8th. However, we are able to definitely recap that. Just want to make sure that you are aware of it. Of course, unfortunately, not of course, we have fraudulent scams. Please know that we do not sell attendee lists. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. And I think that is it. So we're going to have a quick poll. So the poll is, what do you look most forward to at Seatrade Cruise Global? That is the poll.
Just closed the poll and it looks like 76% right now are looking forward to the networking. 70% are looking forward to the matchmaking. I know we haven't revealed a lot on matchmaking yet, but it's exciting, so it's definitely worth looking forward to. Some people are also looking forward to visiting Miami and parties, and I think that's fair enough. I think definitely
yes.
something to look forward to.
Wonderful. Thanks, Ignis. So yeah, we are so excited about matchmaking, and a lot of information is getting rolled out, but we're really excited about it. It's going to be a real nice addition to the show, and we're going to have a lot more attention here. So looking forward to that. And yes, I mean, the parties, the networking, we're all looking forward to doing that again. So thank you for that. We'll do another quick poll at the end. So I'm going to hand this off to Angela Price. Thank you so much, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Angela. I'm going to really walk through some operations and logistics of what to expect in advance of show site and then on show site. And then, as Julie had mentioned, if anyone does have questions, you can use the chat portion. So obviously operation relies on timelines. So here we know that we're a little bit under the 3-month mark, but this is just a reminder, as Julie had mentioned, that we need to have everyone have their booths finalized, right? We want to make sure that you submit your paperwork and your approval for your booth builds if it's larger than 400 square feet. In addition to that, you'll want to make sure, this is really important, and I'll touch more a little bit later on in the slides about your EAC paperwork and then your COI insurance paperwork that is required that you'll need to send over to our dedicated email that will be on another slide going forward. So we're essentially past all those due dates, but obviously we still have a little over 8 weeks left. So if you're a new sign-on, if you're thinking of joining the show, by all means, keep sending your information in and we will work with you to make sure that you're as up to date as possible. At the 2-month mark, you'll want to make sure that all of your orders are placed, whether it's with Freeman, it's electrical, you need water supply, you need cleaning, you need security, whatever it may be. You'll want to make sure that that's what you're tapping into right now and making sure it's secured so that you can get the best rates for the advanced orders. Everything is available to order up to and on show site. It's just that the cost difference will be an effect on that. And then as far as your shipments, same thing goes. You'll want to make sure that you're aware of what day you're loading in. We have several days depending on the size of your booth of when to load in. And then making sure your freight, whether you're sending it advanced freight to the Freeman warehouse or you're delivering it to on-site, just make sure you're aware of the costs associated with doing either option. And that is what you want to be working on right now at the 2-month mark. So first things first, Julie mentioned the long 200+ page service manual. I promise you it has almost, I would think, every question that you may want to email on. If you just take a second and read through the index, it'll point you exactly where you need to go. It really is a useful guide, a little daunting, so I get it when people are frazzled and they'd rather send an email. but it is all at your fingertips so that there's no delay. Definitely use the service manual to your advantage. And we'll want to talk about same thing, the deadlines that we just touched base on. You'll want to make sure that all of your orders are in by March 25th. So we do have some wiggle room here, but we know that these days go quick, and then before you know it, we're in the panic mode of I didn't order it and now my costs are higher. So this is your reminder. Please make sure all orders are in by March 25th. And that goes for both, you know, inline booths, raw space, in regards to submitting your EAC and COI forms. That date is still March 25th as well. There is wiggle room with it. Obviously, if you're a new exhibitor coming on, there's adjustments that are made to make sure that you're as up to date. And then the email address that I was referencing is the SCG operations at Informa. So take note of that. If there are any questions, that email is monitored by both Julie and myself. And we'll be able to help answer any of your one-off questions that you may have. Rules and regulations, we all love that, right? So this is actually a really important page. This is with the EACA, the exhibitor appointed contractor. Freeman is our exclusive vendor for the build. So in order to bring in outside builders, they do need to qualify. So what qualifies as a complex structure that would require an EAC paperwork? It's anything 400 square feet or larger that has a ceiling or even a second level, which would require a structural engineering stamp approval, just to make sure that the safety and the build of that can hold the weight of individuals being on there safely. Again, any questions, if you have a booth build that you're unsure of, you want to make sure the back of your walls are done. If you're an island booth that it's not unfinished, just send it over to our SCG operations email address, and then both Julie and I will address that with you. So the steps are, if you are using an EAC, you'll want to return the notice of intent. So Julie has sent out all of this initial emailing to everyone that if it does qualify for you. So if you haven't received that email or you lost the email, ping Julie back. She will send you the notice of intent in regards to the EAC application. And then you'll want to make sure that you provide proof of insurance. So that's your certificate of insurance, your COI. And then you'll want to make sure that your company that you are bringing in as an EAC is registered through ESCA, Workers Identification System. And then that, when you come on site, will be required to have your photo ID in order to get your badge to get in. So if you're bringing in an EAC and they're not in the system, unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit more of a further step on site. So let's do that all in advance so it's seamless once we get there. Targeted moving, we did touch base on that. So in order to get everyone in as smooth as possible, we've kind of divided and conquered based on the size of your booth and giving you a different allotment of load in. So beginning Thursday, April 21st, it's for pavilions only, and note that it's from 1 to 5. And then we go down Friday at 600 square feet and larger. Saturday is targeted move in for 400 square feet and larger. And then Sunday and Monday, everyone come on in, get your booth set up, and let's get this show going. So just make sure you make note of what day you're loading in and that you qualify. Don't come early. You don't want to come late. You know, just follow the targeted floor plan. So shipping and material handling, these items are related to Freeman. So what we'll want to make sure is that by March 29th, advanced shipments may begin to arrive at the Freeman warehouse. So note, March 29th, I'm sorry, is when you're able to start shipping your stuff to the advanced warehouse. However, beginning April 14th, it is the last day for that freight to arrive at the warehouse without the additional surcharges. I do recommend shipping to the advanced warehouse. It is, you know, there is a little bit extra cost, but the ease of showing up on site and having your materials inside your booth and you're not waiting for your truck to be unloaded and you have labor waiting and then you're upset that the labor's waiting and your stuff's not there. An easy way to avoid that is to utilize the advanced warehouse so that when you do show up at your targeted move-in, the items will be in your booth, your labor can start building, and it makes it a lot easier of a start to the day. So just be mindful with those dates. If you are able to absorb it and utilize the advanced warehouse, I definitely recommend it. However, you can ship on site, but just please, note that there could be delays and it's no guarantee when your truck is going to arrive, what line it's in the at the warehouse, you know, for them to come in. So just know that there could be delays if it is shipped to on site, but your items will get to your booth. So how Freeman can help support you. Utilize Freeman. They're there to help us. They're, you know, that's the service that they're providing for each of us. They're able to help on all of their exclusive services, as we touched on, material handling, in addition to any rigging or signage that you need hung. Forklift operators, I know we've had some questions come into our group email. Can my EAC use a forklift? No. And that is a liability concern. Any type of equipment or machinery that needs to be used has to be hired by Freeman, and that's for a safety component. We don't want a whole bunch of individuals driving around with forklifts on the show floor. So just make sure you have your orders in so that you have the labor there to move the items that you need moved. And then Freeman's also there for support services, right? So they're able to help if you're unsure of how you want to build your booth, what kind of design you want. Utilize them. They have a great design team that's able to help build and customize a booth just as it would with an EAC. In addition to, they have great furniture rental options that would save if you went direct to Freeman. It saves you on material handling versus shipping in your own furniture, where then Freeman has to pay for freight and then it gets delivered to your booth. Where you order direct from Freeman and the freight, I mean, the materials just get delivered to your booth and you pay for the rental, not the freight component. And then they do offer transportation services. So whether you're utilizing them in advance of the show or you want to use them post-show to ship your booth back to wherever it may need to go, a different show, Freeman will be there to help, you know, walk you through those options with them. I'll note again, the deadline discount date is March 25th. So everything that we have chatted about, just make sure you're buttoned up and teed up by the 25th to absorb the best rates, and making sure that you're ready for the show the following month. An extra fun tip is where you can save a little bit more money is if you utilize Freeman online, and like our Penguin, our chat, so Freeman does have a chat live group too. So you're able to order your items online. If you have any issues, you can IM them, you know, while you're in the system, and you get an extra 10%. So we all love saving some money. So in addition to March 25th, if you order it online, you'll get an additional 10%, and it adds up. So take advantage. Again, for the pre-planning show, how they can help you, Freeman will have their service center in the back right-hand corner of the expo hall. So once we're on site, they have their service hours are open for extended hours. They have phone lines, dedicated delivery. They just have staff there ready to help you with any of your orders, something that you may have forgotten. You need tape, you need a box, you need whatever it may be. Utilize Freeman. That's what they're there for. So they're in the back right-hand corner of the show floor. And then you're always able to reach them on the 188 number. And then also you can email them directly at the exhibitor support at freeman.com. And they'll be able to help guide you along the way. If there are any delays with that, by all means, utilize both Julie and myself, and we'll help connect you to get the right answer. Where to go on site for assistance. So this is what I was just mentioning at the entrance, the back right-hand corner. That is that green box with the maroon around it. That is the Freeman Service Center. So just make sure that you know where to go. You're not walking to the other side, back right-hand corner. So when you arrive, obviously safety is at the forefront of everything that we're doing. So number one, we'll want to make sure, I know we're in sunny Miami, or hopefully, right, sunny Miami, and everyone loves flip-flops and open-toed shoes, but those are not welcomed on the show floor during move-in, and you will not be allowed into the show floor. So just make sure during load-in that you are wearing closed-toed shoes for your safety. Note that all of the carpet will be laid prior to your arrival. Make sure you have your tracking numbers, right? The best is, I lost my box and it's brown. We're in trouble because there's a lot of brown lost box, right? So if you have your confirmation number, your tracking number, we'll be able to help guide you on where it is. Freeman will be able to help guide you on where it is. So really, if you're shipping anything, best thing to have is all those tracking numbers handy, so that if something does go awry and go missing, that we'll be able to, you know, best suit finding it for you. Empty stickers. So this will help with the load in and then additionally the load out. So you'll want to make sure that you connect with Freeman to get your empty stickers from the service desk. And that once you're done packing up your stuff or unloading your stuff, you want to make sure that every box has a shipping label on it, an empty sticker label on it, so that when Freeman takes your materials back, the empty materials back, and they bring it back after the show floor, they'll know exactly where to bring it and things won't go missing. So even if it's a pallet, put a few of them on there. We just don't want stickers to fall off or things to go missing. So put those on your order, on your items, and then Freeman will have that returned at the end of the show. And then really just check in if you have ordered advanced labor, if you've had furniture, whatever it may be, Freeman is there to service you and help guide you. But I would say the biggest piece of this pie is making sure you have closed-toed shoes on for your safety, because you're not going to want to walk back to your hotel to get a pair and then come back. So tidbits down there for when you arrive. Know before you go communication. So I know we touched base on the 3-month and then the 2-month, and now we're at the 2 weeks out mark, right? So you'll want to make sure you see the targeted move-in plan and confirm your booth location, confirm what day you're going in. Make sure you've downloaded our apps, right? Make sure you have your registration up to par. Everyone on your team is registered, and you're not gonna, on site be panicked. I have to add 35 people. If you do, we can handle it. But if you're able to do that in advance, you're gonna save a whole lot of time on the front end of things. And then obviously the exhibitor resources using both Julie, myself, and Freeman will be able to help guide you to make sure that you are ready with the 2-week mark guideline. So, and then 1 week out, you'll want to make note of registration hours, right? When are you picking up your badges? When is your staff picking up their badges? Where are you parking? Sometimes it's a little bit longer of a walk. So just get yourself acclimated with the space and where you're going from your hotel to the venue and so forth. And again, Freeman has their mobile app. We'll have our show mobile app. Look at our FAQs on our website. Some things may have changed, right? There might be updates with the health and safety guidelines that will get flagged on our website. So just make sure you're prepared in all areas. Note when our welcome reception is, and then the show floor reception. So just get yourself acclimated with the schedule of events that are taking place on site so that you could have the best experience as possible. And then when in doubt, call us. I know we've mentioned that a few times, but myself, Melissa, who is going to be with us on operations as well, she's not on this call, but you're able to reach out to her regarding any questions with your COIs or EAC paperwork, and even sponsorships. So if any questions in regards to that, Melissa will be your gal. And then you have Julie and Kat, who are on this call with us for customer service. So reach out to any of the 4 of us, and we will be able to help guide you. And most of all, thank you. Thanks for joining. Not sure what time zone everyone is in, but some people are up early. It's mid-morning, but thank you for joining in on this. And I really hope that this has helped expand your knowledge on what's coming up and what to do and who to talk to. And we're really looking forward as a team to be on site with everyone and finally be back at it again for year 2 post-pandemic.
Yes, thank you so much, Angela. That was amazing. I even learned a few things myself, so thank you for that. Okay, well, I think that's it. Thank you so much, Angela, for presenting with me, and we hope that you were able to all receive this information and get something good from it as well.
Perfect. We'll see you guys out there.
We'll see you there. Thank you.